Boom, number 8. Basement Tapes. Carl Yastrzemski was number 8. Bob Boone was number 8. I don't know any other number 8s. Joe Morgan, all that stuff. So we're here to talk about probably one of the sets, probably my second favorite, prettiest set, I guess, after the T205 Gold Borders. The 1915 Cracker Jacks. Now, before we get too crazy, I do have a 1915 Cracker Jack. And funnily enough, today, somebody, let me see. Let me look at my phone real quick here, party people. Somebody sent me a picture of a bunch of other Cracker Jacks, Christy Mathewson, uh, Ty Cobb, and who's this guy? Some hack named Walter Johnson. Uh, wants me to buy their cards. 1915 Cracker Jack. I have one of those. Again, if you feel a theme coming here, it's a Ray Keating. It's slabbed and it's absolutely gorgeous. I'm very happy to have that card. Won that in a what's called a buy it now on eBay, when you send somebody an offer, which is exactly what they're asking for it. You win a buy it now. So I had that card for a little while now, and it's really a gem and a wonderful, wonderful part of my collection. Let's go to Beckett, see what they have to say about this set. If you had all 176 of these cards, it would have cost you, according to them, $91,900 to pick them up. 52.2.16, that's $522.16 average value. These are expensive cards. I'd be surprised if you could get one of them for less than $300 or $400. My guy, Ray Keating, was acquired for probably about $150 less than what I'm accustomed to seeing, meaning at card shows. If you can find a Ray Keating Cracker Jack at a card show, or online, something like that. So I pounced on it. I got a good deal and did not want to give that up. I'd like to think maybe it was a collector who had them for a very long time and was selling them, and hopefully that collector knows that they went to a very good home, a forever home, as they say, in the card business. Let's read about set information from Beckett. By the way, if you wanted the whole set, $25K to $60K, according to Beckett. Good luck finding a whole set, and good luck finding it for that price. The cards in this 176 card set measure approximately 2¼ inches by 3 inches. The cards were available in boxes of Cracker Jack or from the company for 100 Cracker Jack coupons, or 1 coupon and 25 cents. An album was available for 50 coupons or 1 coupon and 10 cents. Most of the cards were issued in both 1914 and 1915, but each year can easily be distinguished from the other by the notation of the number of cards in the series as printed on the back: 144 for 1914 and 176 for 1915, and by the orientation of the text on the back of the cards. For 1914, the cardboard text is right side up when the card is turned over, but will be upside down for the 1915 release. The 1915 Cracker Jack cards are noticeably easier to find than the 1914 Cracker Jack cards due to the mail-in offer, although neither set is plentiful. The set essentially duplicates the E145-1 1914 Cracker Jack, except for some additional cards and new poses. Players in the Federal League are indicated by Fed in the checklist below. So we had some Federal Leaguers in there. And another nugget that I found out in real time out there at a show at Philly, I thought my card was encapsulated upside down because the back was upside down when I tried to read it. SGC folks at the Philly show were kind enough to set me straight and say, hey, on the 1915s, they are upside down. So that's the most easiest way to differentiate those. If you have a 1915, I'm sure it's encapsulated upside down on the back. to read. So let's look at some players here, if you don't mind. Out of 176 cards, let's see who rates the highest. You're going to say Joe Jackson or Ty Cobb. Let's see what it is. It's Joe Jackson by a country mile. His card is listed at Beckett. Beckett low of $7,500, Beckett high of $15,000. Of course, these are just for reference. I doubt that those are accurate at all, but got some big ones in there. You got your whole bunch of Hall of Famers, and we'll get to that in a second. Yeah, different poses. I know off the top of my head, Christy Mathewson has a different pose in each year. I'm not sure how many others do, but I'm sure everybody else but myself knows that. Let's go to TCDB, see what they have to say. Oh, that's not right. Let's go back to here, see what they have to say. So let me go to my magic, whatchamacallit here, my Cracker Jacks. Bam. All right, give me a second. Figure this out. You know what I love almost more than baseball cards is cut and paste. Cut and paste is just gorgeous. There we go. Look at that 1950 Cracker Jack E145. Of course, E stands for early candy and gum. So yeah, early candy and gum. I knew that. I just did an episode about that. Oh, maybe a couple hours ago. Cracker Jack, 176, E145. You can see them scrolling across there. Let's find out some information about this. How about Hall of Famers? Let's go to Hall of Famers. Frank Baker, Joe Tinker, Eddie Plank, Eddie Collins, Connie Mack, Sam Crawford, Roger Bresnahan, Johnny Evers, Chief Bender, Charles Comiskey, Ty Cobb, Mordecai Brown, Harry Hooper, Ed Walsh, Grover, Cleveland Alexander, Rube Marquard, Zach Wheat, Walter Johnson, Ray Schalk, Tris Speaker, Nap Lajoie, Hannes Wagner, John McGraw, Fred Clark, Max Carey, Miller Huggins, Huey Jennings, Christy Mathewson, Branch Rickey, Rabbit Marinville, Ed Rouse, Roush, and Clark Griffith. So a lot of managers in there. There is an Indianapolis Hoosiers card, and that is, of course, Ed Roush. So there's some Feds. The Feds are in there, folks. So that's fun. Brooklyn Tip Tops, of course. Renegade League, along with the Brooklyn Robins are right there. The St. Louis Terriers, the Baltimore Terrapins for Chief Bender. So lots of fun stuff. Chicago Whales, Joe Tinker, manager of the Chicago Whales. Let's get back to the main page here. Any ads here? Look at those Cracker Jack ads. Cracker Jack ball players. That's a pretty cool Cracker Jack ad. It says one of these handsomely colored pictures, free in each package of Cracker Jack, the famous popcorn confection. Complete set has 176 pictures of stars in the American, National, and Federal Leagues. Start a collection of your favorite players. Roy Kime Brothers and Eckstein, Brooklyn, New York, Chicago, Illinois. Listed on there, depicted on there is Ty Cobb, Eddie Collins, Tris Speaker, Hannes Wagner, Joe Jackson, Joe Tinker. Evers is there. McInnes, Vic Beyer, I don't know, Rabbit Marinville, and Mullen. So a lot of fun cards there. They're trying to mix things up by having the Federal League in there. Cracker Jacks, I can't imagine. I just can't imagine. Well, maybe Cracker Jacks have always been tasted the same, but kind of weird. The teams against the Baltimore Terrapins, the Boston Braves, the Boston Red Sox, the Brooklyn Robins, the Brooklyn Tip Tops, the Buffalo Blues, Chicago Cubs, Chicago Whales, Chicago White Sox, Cincinnati Reds, Cleveland Indians, Detroit Tigers, Indianapolis Hoosiers, Kansas City Packers, New York Giants, New York Yankees, Philadelphia Athletics, Philadelphia Phillies, Philadelphia, Pittsburgh Pirates, Pittsburgh Rebels, St. Louis Browns, St. Louis Cardinals, St. Louis Terriers, and the Washington Senators. Let's go to some trivia, or maybe we'll look at the packaging. Look at these Cracker Jack packages. They just look like just brown pieces of cardboard, kind of like what we would ship our PWEs these days. Really cool little items there on TCDB. Back to trivia. I really want to get back to trivia. The 1950 set added cards 145 through 176 and also changed at least 5 cards from the 1914 set. They are number 48, number 60, 62, 99, and 111. In 1914 and 1915, there were 3 different leagues consisting of 8 teams each for a total of 24 Major League Baseball teams. Wow, that's a lot to take in. You can access a lot of other things in here, but let's go through some of these. Look at that, Otto Nabe. I guess that's how you pronounce his name, from the Baltimore Terrapins. So fun little cards here. Otto Nabe, manager of the Baltimore Federal League team, was born in Carrick, PA, June 12th, 1884. He gained his first baseball experience with various clubs in the vicinity of Pittsburgh. And in 1905, he joined the Colorado Springs Club. He played several games with Pittsburgh in the fall of 1905, but was later sold to Toledo. He was drafted by the Philadelphia Nationals in 1907 and remained with that team until early 1924 when he's 1914, sorry, when he signed with the Federal League. So there's a lot of stuff that says this is one of a series of pictures of famous ball players and managers in the American, National, and Federal Leagues given free with Cracker Jack, the famous popcorn confection. 1 card each package. Send 100 Cracker Jack coupons or 1 coupon and 25 cents to Chicago office for a complete set of 176 pictures. Pictures, handsome album to hold full set of pictures sent postpaid for 50 coupons or 1 coupon and 10 cents in coins. Roykheim Brothers and Eckstein, Brooklyn, New York, or Chicago. So I guess you just had to put Roykheim and Eckstein, Chicago, and they would get them right there quickly. 1915 Cracker Jack. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful set. Man, what a doozy. Probably would pick up more of these, same thing, the Philadelphia Athletics, players like Collins and Baker and Bender. Bender wasn't a athletic at this point, I don't think, but Eddie Plank was a former, um, Philadelphia Athletics player. So anyway, probably pick up a lot of these, Philadelphia players if I could. So, that's that. That is the, E145 early candy and gum 1915 Cracker Jack set. Really needs no talking up from somebody like me because it's a badass set, as the kids would say. So that's that. Hopefully, you folks can pick up some of them and get some of them for yourself because they're pretty fun cards. I have one, and sometimes I take it out and I like to play with it. So, anyway, thanks for coming. 1950 Cracker Jack E145.